What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with another market watch today. I'll be honest, if you're spending your time in this video caring about a hat that in context of our market watch, then you haven't ever been paying attention to anything I've ever said anyway. Number one. Number two, yeah, because I don't want to pay a lot for gas. And number three, focusing on what's most important, like my amazing YGOPaisano field centers and tokens that you can buy at YGOPaisano.com. Check them out. Pretty nice. Listen, once again, like I said, people like to focus on a lot of the things. I hate Yugi Twitter, and there needs to be a balance in the force. So I'm going to be a balance of Yugi Twitter. Yugi Twitter is like insane and deranged. I'm going to be the balance of that. Also Zodiac Duelist. Balance of that. So, yeah. Fuck it. And I also like Trump a lot. Alright, so, looking at Legend of Crystal Beast structure decks, have anyone been buying these? Yes, I know they're $11, but I mean, Ash from Joy Springs is a common, kind of nice. Ghost Bell in here, Dimension Shifter, Foolish Burial Goods. Pretty cool, to be honest with you. I like this set a lot. The structure deck a lot. Should have been a set, but they made a structure deck, which, you know what, even better, fine. We've already dealt with that with other sets before, Pendulum Evolution. But looking at Legend of Crystal Beast, have you gotten yours yet? And are these going to be cheap? I know for some people, once again, you have to pay $11 for these. Kind of sucks. Some stores are offering discounts. If you buy 3 of these, you should be getting a Yu-Gi-Oh! Promotional card. Allegedly. I've heard. Probably. And probably not from other stores. Because not every store participates in Lost Ops promotion. Is what they're going to be telling you. Well, they never got any Lost Ops promotions. So you don't get any. Is what they're going to be telling you. But ideally, if you buy 3 of these, you should be getting a Lost Arts promotional card. Just don't want to throw it out there in case the stores just magically forget. Remind them. Alright, now let's talk about Ash from Joy Spring, because I think it's really important to finally talk about this card and its valuation. What's going to be happening? Because the other common at a Soulborn Structure deck is $9. But looking at the Legendary Crystal Beast common, it's $5. Why? Well, to be honest with you, it makes no sense. Not many people are listening to common Ash from Joy Springs. The market's not dumping them, and that's the reason why the card maintains that $9 price point. It makes no sense once again. Look at the other version of Ash from Joy Springs. I mean, they're falling low. But will they remain low? It's a good question. Nobody really knows. I do think Ash from Joy Springs is ideally, probably the best hand trap in the game, despite the fact that I think Nibiru right now is probably the most dominant hand trap. But looking at Ash from Joy Spring, it's definitely a card that, well, you're still going to need 3 of them no matter what. Whether you get the commons, whether you get the gold rares, which, come on, have more respect for yourself. Get the ultra rares. Get the alternate art one with a feed picking out if you're that kind of guy. Or get the original print first edition versions coming out of Maximum Crisis. Now, this version is still money. Despite the fact that it did tank a lot in value. I mean, look at the first edition prices. $130. It did go down. Current values of a first edition version of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring out of the original set. Maximum Crisis? Well, that one's about $80. You can get a German one for $75. Bad resale value, but cool to have a German set of cards, though. Alright, then we have, well, Gotti or Gotti. I can never say his name right. We have this right here, though. And yes, it's getting support, but is it worth it? And if it is worth it, do you go ahead and buy it now? I mean, unless $2.49 is too much for your blood, it might be worth buying this core for now. Me personally, I'm not buying the core. I'm getting ready for the new set coming out soon. Blackwing, something, something, something. I heard Blackwings is all I care about, and I'm focusing on that. But looking at Power to Elements, yes, the Gotti core is in here. It is relatively inexpensive. And if I see it maybe around some OTS store, if I go to the store and I see it in the showcase, maybe I'll pick it up. Probably not, but who knows. It's good to have options. Speaking of options, about a month or two ago, everyone and their mother was telling you to get Psychic and Punisher. Remember that? Do you have Psychic and do you have Psychic and Punishers? That's what I heard, by the way. And I always would say no, because I didn't really own this card. It was roughly around $18. In fact, look it over here. $18. How much is Psychic and Punisher right now? Well, the value is roughly around $11. Now, here's the thing. Do I buy this card? Do you buy this card? Is it worth it? I personally don't think it is, but hey, $11, not bad. I think it's going to be going down a lot more in the future. I love the artwork, but still a little bit too much for my blood. Beyond the Pendulum, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. I actually went in and grabbed this card when Dimension Force rolled out, despite the fact that nobody wanted to care about it because it didn't see much play. It had like a quick bit of hype. Right there, $84. Tanked down to about $9. Even when it was low, it was like $7. And that's around when I got mine. $7 to $8 is when I got mine. The current value of this card is roughly around $18 a copy. Now, do you go in and buy this card right now? I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to need this card at the moment. Eventually, I think you will. But $18 is a lot of money for Beyond the Pendulum. Will it go higher in value? Probably. But will it maintain going high up in value? That's the question you have to ask yourself if you're looking to buy this card or not. Then we have Electromagnetic Turtle. Now, yes. Why the hell am I talking about this card? Well, fellow TMN players, you're going to need to look into this card because we don't have snow anymore. But you still want to have something goofy in the graveyard to activate to threaten your opponent. Enter Electromagnetic Turtle. Not as good as snow. Not as good as snow by a long shot, but still really good. Electromagnetic Turtle right now, this card right here, Secret Rare says, during your opponent's battle phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, end the battle phase. This quick effect means it activates. You can only use the effect of Electromagnetic Turtle once per duel, so there's no like bringing it back and trying to use it again, no. Nevertheless, it's still a really good card. Imagine how many games you would actually win if you get to skip only one battle phase. That's why I think this card's not bad. It's kind of a hidden gem. Looking at the current price of this card, it's 30 cents. Dirt cheap. Might want to be a consideration at the very least. Then we have Baron de Fleur. This card coming out as Legendary Dual Synchro Storm has been tanking in value. For the longest while, it's been roughly around $100. At peak prices, $112. Looking at Baron de Fleur, well, this card right now currently is roughly around $80 and dropping. Yes, it does see play still, but is that as easy as consistently? Unless you're playing Sword Souls, the answer is going to be no. Then we have done the rest of the Prankatops, or Pankatops. I still like to put the R in there, but I know it has no R, but like Prankatops. But anyway, look at this card right here. The value of this card, well, it's going up in value. It's roughly around $100, and after that one sold, the next one that's not in a foreign language is $148. Now, this is for the CR. The card has a bunch of printings, but we're talking about the highest rarity one, which you only need one of. Yeah, there's one for 100. Blink, 140, $150 roughly. All right, then we have 10,000 Dragons. Who owns this card? Seriously, who owns this card? This card out of Blessed Legend Armageddon is a perfect definition of artificial hype, artificial pump, and now we're seeing a dump. But we'll talk more about the future of this card's price. But looking at it right now, when it first debuted, it was roughly around $1,800 a copy for 10,000 Dragons. Looking at the price right now today, it's roughly around $1,400. Still a lot of money, but down $400. The price point, and we'll even go back to the past month, just show it going up in value, slowly but surely. Would you really want this card? Well, it really depends. If you're a collector, maybe, but not a collector that watches the TV show, just a general collector of the game. I guess so. But would you even value this card over? I mean, with this kind of money, you could buy original print Dark Magician Girl. Way better. You can put that money towards a Stardust Dragon, Ghost Rare, First Edition. Almost there, not fully there, but still, way better. The only reason you want to buy this card if you were a collector that didn't really care about the show, just wanted to collect cards. If you're a competitive collector, you definitely want to buy those other cards I mentioned before. Hell, you want to buy cards from Edison format, Go format, way over 10,000 Dragon. And this is why I feel like this card isn't as valuable. It doesn't hold any value other than the fact that it's the 10,000 card, and buy it, says Konami. It's hard to pull, so it's worth something. Well, that's kind of boring. It's not fun. If I can't use it as an old school hard to get card, if I can't collect it from the TV show, why would I want this card in general? Makes no sense. Me personally, I had very few cards I would actually sell on a snap moment. I would have sold this card in a heartbeat if I was to pull it. It's not worth it. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. On the other hand, number 99 Utopia is really good for alternative formats. This is a good card in general, and for collectors, it's great for the TV show. But even this card, when it first debuted, was $516.98. Yeah, even this card, right now, besides all the foreign versions, is roughly around $271. Well, that's a lot less, isn't it? I mean, yeah, obviously it's a lot less, but it's almost half the price point. Despite the fact that this card was seen in a TV show, so collectors not like it because they love the TV show collectors. Despite the fact that this card was used in alternative formats, mostly had format, but never, whatever. Despite the fact that this card sporadically comes in and out of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, even though the effect isn't that good, it still does because it's useful for other cards. It's just wild to see that this card's lost so much value, but Tales of Dragons has still a good amount of value. I would think Utopia and Tales of Dragons prices would switch, but it hasn't. Who knows what happens in the future? All right, Emblem of the Pelham Patrol is going up in value because it didn't get a reprint. It originally printed and only said it came out in was Eternity Code. Blah. I just ate cookies, so my voice is like blah. Anyway, the current price for this card is only around $10. That's from its original price point, roughly around $5. It's doubled. Emblem of the Planet Patrols, obviously a card you're going to need if you're looking to play Planet Patrols. And Planet Patrols are going to be getting support come February of next year. Is it going to be good enough to make them meta? I don't know. But it's still $10 for a card that used to be $5 because of a card that was meant to come out next year. Hype alone will double the card's price, and this is a great example. Will it follow through on that hype? Only the market can answer for that. Then we have Chamber Dragon Maid coming out of Eternity Code. This card is the waifu tax. Yeah, $33, sure. When it's low as $26, you got it. The reason why this card goes up in value because of waifu tax. Even though this card did get reprinted in gold rare, let's go see the gold rare. Is the gold rare like around the same price? I mean, it's only a reprint, right? No, it's $8 because gold rares are disgusting, horrible, putrid piles of trash. Anyone owning a gold rare that has the option to get a secret rare, get it. Now, if you don't have the option and you want a budget option, this is a great budget option for you. It was explained to me a long time ago. Gold rares was like welfare for Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's not a bad thing. Some people do need it. Like a gold rare Chamber Dragon Maid. Sure. Hey, I'm a bowl on a budget. I respect it. But what I'm trying to say is the value of gold rares do not rise as opposed to the value of secret rares, which obviously do in this scenario. And there's plenty of scenarios to point this out in. But this is another great one because the waifu tax only applies to non-gold rares. Check it out. Then we also have this, Rikas. Now, Rikas are waifus for plants. They also saw meta play, one of them winning on YCS, but not many people are really playing Rikas. Why is that? Well, to be honest with you, the prices are really crazy high. Too damn high, some might say. Look at the price of these Rika cards. They are really overpriced and more than likely will be desperately needing a reprint in order for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players to start playing them. Konami, do me a massive favor. Don't make this garbage gold. Make this garbage in Battles of Legends or next Battles of Legends, whatever, so we can actually enjoy it. If it's gold rare, nobody's going to really care about it. And the price of secrets will obviously go down a little bit and go back up. And we saw the same thing with Dragon Maids. I think it's going to happen a lot faster with Rikas, by the way, because they actually can be competitive in meta. Which, yeah, I don't know, it's pretty interesting to note. But do you own Rikas? Are you going to hold your Rikas? I mean, $25 Rika Queens. Better be putting in that work. $25 Rika Glamour? You better be activating that card and using it. Because you haven't had that card put to the side, it's a lot of money doing nothing. That more than likely is going to be getting reprinted. Since these cards didn't get that many reprints. In fact, any reprints at all. Alright. I hate Subterrors. Now, this is not to crap on you Subterror players, but I'm going to crap on you Subterror players because I really don't like the way your deck plays. Your deck literally plays with the basis of, I could beat him with this little weak monster, but I could do it by making sure they don't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, yeah, every deck can do that, but Subterrors is one of the very few decks in this game that can actually do it consistently. And that's why I don't like it. I think Subterrors is a terrible archetype, and I'm glad nobody's playing him. To anyone that's playing Subterrors, please just play Mystic Mine. I hate Mystic Mine, but I really hate Subterrors a lot more. Because at least I could point to one card where Subterrors, it's literally an archetype. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of this. Subterror Mystic Mine, someone's gonna play, maybe? Okay. Looking at Brandon in red, this card's rising in value. Now, you got the Super Rare out of Burst of Destiny being $5. You got the 2022 Rare being roughly around $2 to $3. What's happening here? Brandon players are slowly starting to realize, wait a minute, hold on. Not many people play Mystic Mine, or we can out Mystic Mine. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Brandon players, but Brandon went away when Mystic Mine started really rising in the game. Now that Mystic Mine is kind of like taking a back seat for the most part, Brandon players are looking around and going, hey, listen, we'll fight sprites. Oh, and you don't have Totally Awesome consistently? Yeah, we'll fight that kid. Telements? We do fusions too, bro. We'll fight that kid too. And I feel like, and especially because, once again, Snow isn't around, which kind of hurt Brandon, but Brandon players can play without Snow easily. They've done it before, and they do it again. And I do think Brandon, like cards for Brandon, we saw Guardian Commander the other day go up in value. Brandon Red's going up in value. What else is going up in value? And to be honest with you, is it worth it? Is Brandon going to be the next big deal? Could potentially be, 100%. Ninja's getting support. Well, Grandmaster Size is going up in value. This card has a price point of roughly, well, a lot. It was roughly around $5. Looking at the card price right now, it's about $22 from $5. Now, I hope ninjas become really good. That'd be really, really cool. Big fan of ninjas. It's not going to happen. I hope it does, but it's probably not going to happen. But if you want to buy Saizo, don't buy him right now. Once again, it used to be $5. The card's $22. If you have Saizos and you feel like ninjas aren't going to be good, or, hey, this card got jacked up in price because of hype, you might want to consider selling it. It's a good time. Then we have this. the Cyberstrike structure decks, which is still available everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And because it's available, infinite permanence is not really crazy high yet. But here's the question. Can it go higher? Well, looking in the past 6 months, which obviously has not been on that, whatever, it's been slowly rising for infinite permanence. Infinite permanence right now, besides all these goofy foreign, like, what is that? All right. German. TCG player really needs to mod the crap out of this. Like, come on, man. Or infinite permanence with a picture. It's costing the price of a structure deck for infinite permanence. And the craziest thing about this is, well, if a card costs the price of a structure deck, there's a good chance when a structure deck's no longer around, the price of that card's going to rise in value. Like we saw with Aspros from the Joyous Bring. So once again, before the price rises and people start bitching, I should have, go get, right now, Cyberstrike structure decks. Get your infinite permanence. You get them at Walmart, get them at Target in case your store overcharges. If your store overcharges, find the locals. That store doesn't care about the players. They care about profit, and that's kind of scuffed. So what I'm saying is infinite permanence right now, pretty good. If you can get the Cyberstrike structure deck, which you can still get for now. More than likely, these will be phased out, and the price of infinite permanence super rare is going to be jacked up in value. You know, the crazy thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the fact that old rares, like Psy Beast out of Extreme Victory, rises in value. I mean, forever, this card was 24 cents. Looking at the price of the card right now, it's over around $8. And someone might comment, V, it's rising because of blah, blah, because this, that, sure. But what I'm trying to point at is a lot of these old cards still have crazy good value. And it's always a good idea to buy them when nobody's looking at them. Psy Beast forever, I mean, even the past year, was less than a quarter. But not everyone was looking at this card. Maybe you should have. And there's other cards like this in the game right now. Mark my words, there's cards that cost like 10 cents a quarter that nobody's looking at. Might be a good idea to buy. RRI. Or RR9. Or whatever you talk, whatever it is. You might want to go ahead and pick these cards up because they're not bad cards to pick up in general, and they're always good to have in the back burner in case they rise up in value. Because going from 20 cents to almost their $8 is a pretty good return on what you bought it in for. RRI, return on investment. Alright, Paisano, I really appreciate you guys for my videos. My mouth's is all over the place. I'm live streaming right now on Twitch TV, YGOPaisano, so my mouth is like running. I do appreciate everybody watching my videos. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Check my website out, YGOPaisano.com. And it's your boy V, and you guys all have a great day.